choice is yours. What's going on, moviegoers all over the world? My name is Ryan D, aka Ryan680.
And I'm Justin at Dose of Stir.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk. Movie Talk for movie fans, guys. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button. Hope you did it already. Give us a thumbs up if you like our video. Alright, so this is our review of Netflix original movie, guys. Black Mirror, Bandersnatch. The one everyone's talking about. The memes you're about to see very soon, guys. Not Bird Box. The memes you're going to see very soon. And yeah, man. So, Justin, let's go and get in depth in this movie, man. So, I mean, just the choice is yours, man. What is the path that you took?
Yeah, so it was pretty weird that that they released this. Yeah. Nobody was expecting it. They talked about having interactive, movies, episodes, and that was the talk. But we didn't think we'd get one pretty soon.
Yeah. And
then the perfect movie to have the interactive mode in it was Black Mirror.
Yeah.
So.
And it's funny too because they released a trailer on a Thursday.
Yeah.
And then they said, "Oh, it's tomorrow. We're releasing it tomorrow." It was just like I felt like it was very planned, but at the same time, just like it feels very rushed. But I think that was their plan, though, just to have it out already. Like,
I don't think it was rushed because there was a big gap from season 4.
And so the crazy thing is this movie, we found the facts. This movie took about 35 days to film, which is nothing. That's nothing compared to the budget. And I mean, that's nothing. That's like chunk change. I mean, that's a little bit of money just to spend. I mean, it was all completed one. Really, it could have been all at one set. I mean, because it looks like it could have been done at one set. Everything pretty much, and CGI'd everything else. So with that being said, yeah, man. So what path? I mean, like as far as interaction, I mean. I'll tell you my experience with this movie, but go ahead on yours.
When I first started it, of course, besides the cereal being the first choice,
yeah. My main concern was they didn't make you choose between milk.
Okay.
No,
but yeah, it's like after the choosing your cereal, whichever which.
Which one did you choose?
The Puffs.
The Puffs.
That's because I don't like Frosted Flakes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Right. Honestly, I don't like either of those cereals. Okay. I'm just like, ugh. All right. But yeah, so besides that one, when it first came up to him going to Tucker Soft, and they told him like, yeah, we like your game.
Yeah.
And we want to, we want to do this. We want to get so many people involved, get a good team going for you.
Yeah.
Right away, I was like, in my head, I'm like, that sounds like a pretty good deal. I was like, you know what? I would say yes.
So you did say yes.
I said yes.
Oh, man.
So I said yes.
Yeah.
And then, like, that right away, Colin goes, wrong path, mate. And then I was like,
dang.
What? And then it makes you go back to the beginning.
Yes.
I was like, oh, crap.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's funny, too, because I was against it. I was all like, you know what? I'm going to pretend I'm this person and be like, okay. Because how long it took for this to start up, I was all like, no. I'm going to... Patience is virtue. Patience is the Jedi Order way. And so I was just like, no. I said no, and then that's when of course when he was all like, oh yeah, I like your style, or like It's funny because so every wrong choice you would make, or if it end badly, it would just skim you all the way to the last decision, the final decision that really determined your fate.
Yeah,
which I really kind of did like, but I kind of liked it too because like it would. For a certain extent, it gave you the option to end to the credits, and so just to let y'all know, guys, there's actually five different endings in this movie.
Five different endings,
yes.
But I feel like there's 5 real endings, and then I believe that there's like several secondary endings, in my opinion.
Okay, all right.
I don't know.
Yeah, no.
I don't know, but yeah. But there's only one real one that gives you the end credits.
And the way this movie was done, it felt very... You had to pay attention. Yeah. Because every small little detail, even the dog in the beginning, like it's just every small little detail affects your decision. And it was weird, though. It was very weird because me and my wife were doing the interaction. We did one where what do you call it? What was it? Oh, he was all like, "Who's doing this to me?" or biting my nails. Like he was all like this, and then there was.
You put.
Yeah, I put biting nails because I bite my nails.
Pulling earlobe.
Oh no, I put biting nails.
I put what I would do, and like I don't.
Did he pull the earlobe or no?
No, he just like.
Yeah. So like ours was just like so, and here's the issue with me was just like he was on his computer and it said he said speak to him, so we spoke to him, me and Angela, and we're all like
so who did you say you were?
Okay, we did it twice because I wanted to do it twice.
Yeah, I did it actually 3 times.
Oh wow. Okay, so I did one. The first one was the first one we did was it wasn't Netflix. It was the other one, that symbol.
Yeah, the I put Netflix the first.
Oh, okay, you did. Okay, my second time was Netflix.
That one was pretty interesting.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Because when I put Netflix, it said he's like,
what do you mean?
What the hell is Netflix?
What do you mean? It's a 21st century streaming service. What do you mean?
I kept going into detail with it, and then so that was pretty interesting and everything.
Yeah.
I like the way that led to, like, he goes to the psychiatrist and how she goes, like if this was for an entertainment purposes, don't you think like
it'll be more
there would be
better,
more action?
Yeah, more action. And then that's when that tidbit happened, like that crazy scene, that fighting scene. I'm just like, what?
Did you put yeah or you know?
Yeah, and then I hit on the dad. I was all like, karate chop him or hit him in the balls. I hit him in the balls.
I put the karate chop because like that.
What did you do?
Make sense.
What did you do with the karate chop?
You just karate chop him in the neck.
And then did he faint or anything or no?
No, he just.
Oh, okay, so we had the same scenario then, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, because mine was hitting the balls and then he didn't even like phase it. It was like, what the hell? I was all like, this looks unrealistic. I was like, this is unrealistic.
Yeah, so there was that one, and then it just like ended right there. It was like, oh, okay, and then it makes you like choose like, oh, do you want to go back or whatever. Like,
that was a crazy ending though. How I'm sorry, we're mentioning spoilers by the way. Yeah. Obviously. So there was one where like he's just like, and then he just ends up dead. He just falls asleep, or he ends up dead on the psychiatrist.
Well, there was like. I feel like if you did that part and you didn't do a certain one before that,
you missed something.
Like you missed something. So with that one, for example, was of course, because one of the main things was when your dad asked if you want to go to the pub for lunch or whatever. Yeah. And then he ends up taking Stefan to
psychiatrist.
To the psychiatrist.
Yeah.
The first thing I did was I'm not gonna go back to psychiatrist. I followed Colin.
Yes, that's what I did too.
Honestly, that was my favorite part.
That was a crazy. Okay, yeah. So let's go in depth on that. So, so that scene alone was crazy, and so we first go into it.
I did that one multiple times.
Oh, okay. So So he goes. The crazy thing is that the way it's like filmed, I would want to say like it feels like a very like
let's talk
retro movie. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about what happened. Okay, so basically you follow Colin and
goes into his apartment.
He's basically he's talking about how like he's stressing out or whatever like that, and Colin tells him like you're stuck in a hole.
Yep.
You've hit a brick wall.
That
happens with
anyone that wants to create something. You go into that.
So they go back to Colin's apartment, and they go, and the first thing they do is they smoke a little bit of weed.
Yeah.
And then he goes and he pulls out acid tablets.
Oh, that's
and he
trippy.
goes, "Do you want to take it? Yes or no?" And then at the first time, I was like, in my head, I'm like, because always remember, everyone always remember, if someone offers you drugs, you say yes because drugs are expensive. All right. No.
We do not contempt on any of that stuff, guys. Moviegoers out there, we do not contempt. We do not file lawsuits.
So when he offers you acid, I was like, hell yeah, I want acid. So he takes that, and I love the way that they interpreted it because I know you've never taken acid before. But I've taken acid before, and that's exactly what it looks like. Yeah, vibrant colors, everything's all detailed and everything's. Because
I told him to take it. I told him to take it. Yeah. And then so the next scene we get is a very intense, and they go into this deep conversation where
Colin goes.
Colin, Stefan, So Stefan's first. Colin's already.
Whatever.
Yeah, so Colin's already like obviously he's been taking it, And so he goes into this real in-depth conversation with Stefan. And what it is, it's like dimension. So like he starts talking about this isn't real, or like this is another dimension in a dimension. Different pathways. Our decisions are defined on every single day basis. Like no matter what no matter what I do, if I'm gonna make this game, if I die today, I'm still gonna come back or stuff like that. He was set on that mindset.
Yeah, he basically says that life is a construct and that there's many pathways in life. There's different.
But you're destined to do one thing, and no matter what. You're still gonna do it. You have to do it. Yeah. So and that was even crazier because it's just like well we're controlling them. Like it just I go got a little creepy a little bit. So we get into this major scene where they're going out the door of their apartment. It's like a balcony. And so he's all like, "When was he gonna jump? When was he gonna jump?"
He talks about like.
So now let me ask you. What? Did you choose to jump or no?
Well, here's the thing that happened. Because I was there watching it, and it came up to the part where it said, "Or who's gonna jump? Is it gonna be me or you?" I lost my controller.
No, I'm
not even lying.
So what did it say?
I lost my controller. It stayed on Stefan.
Oh.
It stayed on him. So I was just like, "Oh crap!" So he jumps over, and I love that little POV like part where it shows him like,
the floor.
And it's just like. Starts back up again. And then I ended up doing it again, Of
course,
Colin does it, and then
I chose Colin to jump.
Okay.
And so you see him splat.
Did you think he was gonna jump? I didn't think he was gonna jump at first.
I really, honestly, I didn't know. I didn't know. No. I didn't know if he was gonna jump or not. I was just like, what? Like you're gonna jump? Like really? Like I was so confused. I was just like, what is this really happening, or is this part of the drug? I was but so. When Colin jumps, Stefan just goes into the other room. He sees it, and he sees like a demon. Pax, and it's just like what the heck? And then he goes into another trance, and it's crazy. Wakes up, and I'm just like, what?
That was pretty crazy. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that was trippy. I was like, man.
So
so that was one pathway.
That was just one.
Yeah.
And that freaked me out. I was like, oh, crap.
Yeah.
So
it pretty much leads you straight back to where you have to go back to the psychiatrist. No matter what. It's like, okay, so they're taking you back to psychiatrist. Mm-hmm. So, but that was a pretty trippy moment. I mean, I would leave. Like, that's a pretty intense scene.
In all honesty, that one is my favorite pathway because that also leads to how Colin says that mirrors are gateways to the past.
Yes.
Or that they're ways for us to travel in time. Mm-hmm. And how, like whenever he's working on the game, he falls asleep with the book in his hand, mm-hmm. and he wakes up in the past.
Yeah.
And, that leads to there was several different pathways for that one. So mm-hmm. there's like so many of them. But like the one that I liked from there was he goes to his father's room.
Oh, yes. That one's another good one.
And he opens up the safe. And now, there's two versions of that.
Yeah, there's two versions. The packs and the toys. There's the codes.
There's 3 or 4 different ones, too. Or something. I don't know. There's so much for that one.
All right.
But there's 2 of them on there. So
yeah, the packs code and then the toy. Yeah.
So when he opens up the
that was another trippy safe, ending. Yeah.
You see the bunny in there and everything.
Yes.
And he ends up placing it back. And then it does that whole thing where it shows like you go back to when you're a kid and everything, mm-hmm. and then since the bunny was there, you end up leaving with your mom, and then you die. You
die with her in the train.
Yeah, and then it goes to the future where Stefan's talking to the psychiatrist.
He
dies.
Okay, so going back to that scene mm-hmm. where he has the bunny and everything. Mm-hmm. That's pretty trippy, man. I'm just like, wow. So it's like he's changing the past.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and it goes back to that main morning scene to where she's late on the train, and it almost feels like it's a setup. And it's weird because then the next code that we put in is mm-hmm. the PAX, when it kind of sheds a lot of light into what the backstory of that was.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah. So
there's like
so let's go ahead and hit the PAX the code. So the PAX code. It goes into a top secret military, looks like a top secret military operation. And,
so basically, before we go into this, basically everything that Colin is talking to you about when you're tripping out on acid is all of the options that you get that you choose from on this other one. So of course, when he talks about mirrors being the gateway to the past or the future, or whatever. Yeah. And then of course the pack, program and control. And then he also talks about other stuff in general too. So. Yeah. But yeah, those are the options that you get to choose from.
Yep. Yeah. So you go into this. You don't know what because he's going through the paperwork. He puts in the code. Mm-hmm. He's going through his father's so-called father paperwork and everything, and his father catches him, goes into the same room as him, and just at that moment, the father's face is already giving out like crap. Mm-hmm. He found out it just, and it goes to these memory scenes of him. It's like a set. So it's like it's not his father. Yeah, it's a setup.
Memories about what happened.
Yeah, what happened to him, and now it needs even more of a backstory. I'm just like, wait, is it even his father? and then it goes very to another very intense scene where him and his father are arguing, and then he throws the ashtray at him, and then he kills him. And so that was my next option. Go for it. So did you choose to cut him up in pieces or to bury him?
So I did that 3 times.
Oh, okay.
So the first time I buried him, and then it shows you're burying him and everything, and then the dog is there that digs him up and everything. And then right away it shows that he got arrested and he's in jail. Yeah. And then I thought that was pretty insane where he's drawing the symbol, choices. Yeah.
And then of course the game raider at the very end.
He's bleeding, like just carving just a whole bunch of women. So that happened the first time when I buried him. And then there's 2 parts. I believe there's 2 parts because honestly I'm gonna go home and do this again because there's so many things I didn't do but that I missed. But the other one was when you choose to chop him up. There was 2 things. There was 2 things that happened. So of course you chop him up and everything, and then basically like he finishes the game. Finishes the game. And everything is successful, and then they end up, of course, they end up finding him finding out what happened and everything.
His dad's head is all like on a desk or something.
Yeah, so they pull the game and everything, and then
but the game was a huge success.
Yeah, that gave me the true ending. Yeah, so and then of course there was another part too where I believe. Cause dude, oh my god, I could go so much into this. Yeah. But yeah. Oh my god, there's so
would
much.
Would you say this is the film that we needed?
Dude, hell yeah.
Yeah, right. This is Netflix. This is our very first ever interaction movie that we get to see, and I know everyone was watching it. Everyone that I know, all the critics here in San Antonio were watching it, choosing their fate, choosing their decision, and. So I would say this is the film that we deserve, man. This was a crazy film. This is an eye opener to what technology we have now. The possibilities are endless now. Yeah. Is it coming to an age where you can actually go into your TV screen or grab into your phone and grab a chocolate bar if you see an ad? Like, are we coming to that age?
Willy Wonka.
Yeah, Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka. So, rate 1 out of 10. What would you rate this movie, man? Because I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna rate it a 7.
7.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna rate it a 7.
That's a weird rating.
Yeah. I'm gonna stand behind it because it was good and everything. Mm-hmm. It was good. It just I felt like it's kind of hard to do character development because you're just the different endings and everything. So it's a new age. It's almost like a new age rating. Give it because it's just like how do you
then you also got to understand that watching Black Mirror there's not a lot of character development in certain episodes. Got to remember that.
So my favorite episode it has huge
but like there's not a lot of character development in certain ones. They just give you the situation, this is what's happening, and then like you learn as you go what's going on, and but that's Black Mirror.
Yeah, pretty much the Twilight Zone but with technology. I'll say that.
Yeah, a lot darker.
Yeah, a lot darker.
But
so rating?
Rating, I give it an 8.5.
Okay.
The reason why I'm saying that is because I feel like although there's many different pathways that they give you, I still feel like it's a little bit short.
Okay.
It didn't feel like a movie. It felt like just an episode, of course.
Okay.
Episodes run about an hour.
So it didn't feel like a 90-minute movie. How it was. Yeah.
If you chose the right
right one the first time, you probably could have ended it.
One. If you chose the right path, you could literally finish it pretty quick.
Yeah.
But then, of course, if
you just want to go back and try to redo it. Yeah. So depending on how much time you really spent on it, you could have spent 2 to 3 hours really trying to figure out.
But if you ran through it, it was short. But yeah, like
okay.
All right. So 8.5.
Okay, 8.5. All right. I would definitely recommend this movie, right? You would recommend this movie to anyone? Yeah,
definitely.
So to every person out there, man. I mean, because this movie is the next. Everyone's talking about this movie. It's gonna be very popular, and it's just the goriness. I mean, just everything is just out in the open. I love it. So I mean, I really did. I love that a lot.
I expected nothing less from the people.
Yeah. So
Black Mirror.
So now this is their very first Black Mirror's. This is their very first movie. Mm-hmm. Now we know this is a series on Netflix. So Justin, what is your favorite episode of Black Mirror? If you had to choose one episode.
Honestly, there's a lot that I love, and I don't know, man. There like I said, there's a lot that I love. Season 3 is my favorite one, of course.
Okay.
But my favorite episode is that's called "Shut Up and Dance."
Okay.
Shut Up and Dance. That's where that guy gets a virus on his
computer.
That's right. And it's not only him, but it's several other people that get viruses, and it's basically one person that's controlling other people, making them do everything, but then in the end, he still screws them over, turns them over to the police.
It's all screwed up.
That one was trippy as hell because like the situations that these people put themselves in or the reason why that this happened to him. Yeah. Like if it would have happened to like me or you, like just from doing our everyday stuff, there's not really much that they could do. Mm-hmm. They use basically your personal, your most sensitive stuff or everything. They use it against you, and I loved it because I loved them being controlled, mm-hmm. And at the end, they still get in trouble, and they justice is still served.
Pretty much this movie, I mean, it feels like it's I would say this also, like it's pretty much almost like you're lost in a maze, and every decision depends if you get out the maze alive or dead. Yeah, pretty much. But my favorite episode's probably I had to narrow it down. It's gonna be Nosedive. Nosedive's gonna be my favorite one when you're rating, because that's what the world's coming to. When you're like, you see somebody 4 stars or 5, like it just.
I like the message on that one.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That
basically that you need everybody's opinion and approval.
Yeah, for you to survive. It's like a like on Instagram. Let me like you. Like if you get high followers or something. Like it's just we're coming down to that path, and we're already there pretty much. And it's just like how many followers you? How many followers? Like it's just it's not what's technology's just kind of destroying the nature of our almost like it's destroying. It was a good message. Pretty much how we rely too much on technology. Yeah, on a lot. Yeah. So, but yeah, overall, I mean, this was a good film, guys. And of course, all respects, guys, to Black Mirror, the creators out there, man, because that was, I don't know how y'all pulled it off again, like did another one out of the park. I mean, this got people talking. Yeah. If you get someone talking about good or bad about your movie, I mean, everyone talking about it, I mean, that's a huge success.
Yeah, man, this gets me excited for season 5.
Okay. Honestly. Yeah, so season 5 is actually expected in 2019, guys. We don't know the official date yet, but it's coming to you.
It's probably going to be the beginning of the month, dude.
Okay.
I wouldn't doubt it. So, okay. Yeah, because this movie, who knows? Maybe they might give a little bit of a gap just so people can keep going at Bandersnatch. So maybe beginning of January, maybe the end of January.
Okay. All right, man. As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. It can only Ryan680.
And I'm Justin at Dose of Stir.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk. Movie Talk for movie fans, guys. Thank you for hitting that play button. Be sure to give us a thumbs up if you like our video, guys. Hit that subscribe button. You know you want to. And Happy New Year. Get up now.